think we'll get started, and I know a bunch of people are probably going to trickle in, um, but we want to get going with our beautiful morning we have planned. So welcome to Creative Mornings Charleston. We put on events every month. This year we've been doing quarterly Zoom events and then Instagram live takeovers the other months to highlight creatives in our community who we all love. So if you have any suggestions of people we should bring on, please shoot us a note. We are a global organization. There are 223 chapters around the world doing the very same thing that we are. And it's really neat. I've had the opportunity this year to sit in on weekly discussions with chapter leaders all around the world. And it's really interesting to meet people from other cultures and who are living different lives. And I really can say that I have friends all over the world because of Creative Mornings. So if you're looking to listen in on any of the talks, you can go to the Creative Mornings website and join any talk that you want. And they're also recorded, so you can watch them whenever you'd like, but you may meet someone new or learn a new skill. So be sure to check out the other chapters. I do want to thank our two global partners, MailChimp, the marketing platform. We use it for our newsletters that we send to your inboxes. And it's a great platform for growing your business. So check out MailChimp. And then Skillshare. If you haven't been on Skillshare yet, it's a learning platform with online classes. So you can learn anything from design to photography. Really, there's all different classes. So you can always check out Skillshare, and we have a partnership with them. Yeah, see, a lot of these classes you can do right on your mobile device. And now I should say that I'm today going to be working with Sydney and Nicole to bring you through our programming. And we're going to start by just doing some housekeeping. Then we're going to have we're going to have a singer, breakout rooms, then our awesome speaker, and we'll have a Q&A at the end. So put your questions in the chat and we'll be sure to answer them. Sending it over to you, Sydney.
Thank you. I'm Sydney, as Christy said, and so this month's theme is matriarchy, and it was actually chosen by the Creative Mornings chapter in Rotterdam. And it's all about imagining a world where women are in charge. And it's really shining a light on women leaders from across the spectrum of identities and experiences. So we really want to celebrate that this month with our theme. And next we'll talk a little bit about the manifesto, which is it's a big part of our organization, and it's really everything that we believe in. So I'll read that off for everybody. Everyone is creative. A creative life requires bravery and action, honesty and hard work. We are here to support you, celebrate with you, and encourage you to make the things you love. We believe in the power of community. We believe in giving a damn. We believe in face-to-face connections, in learning from others, in jazz hands, virtual claps, and virtual snaps. We bring together people who are driven by passion and purpose, confident that they will inspire one another and inspire change in neighborhoods and cities around the world. Everyone is welcome. And that's really the manifesto for all of our chapters across the globe. So it really brings us all together and gives us one kind of area and one goal that we are striving towards. So for now, though, I'm going to hand it over to Nicole, who's going to talk a little bit about our musical guest.
Hey everyone, I'm Nicole. I'm one of the volunteers for this beautiful Creative Mornings team. Thank you for joining us this morning. We love starting our days off with a little music. I know I am a music nerd, so I listen to quite a bit. So this morning, I'm really excited to welcome the Charleston native, Ryan Lill. Ryan got his start in the acoustic realm and then crossed over to mainstream pop in the early 2010s. His 2014 singles landed him the attention of MTV and the music world. and he's toured and performed with artists like Meghan Trainor. Pretty cool. He's released 3 singles this year. They're all amazing. I've legit been listening to him all week on Spotify. So please welcome Ryan Lill.
Hey guys, good morning. Happy to be here. This is actually the first single that I released of this year. It's called Dirty. So I hope you guys like it. This is my little watered down acoustic version that I've been working on. So. Whisper in my ear all the things I want to hear. Look inside my eye, make me feel like a child. Leather on my side and my hands are on your thighs. I want it, I want it, I want it. Lips that I could kiss, got your hands around my hips. On my fingertips, never loosen up your grip. I want it, I want it. Yeah, I want it. I'm so dirty. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me good. Make me feel so naughty when I feel the sweat on your body. Dirty for you. I'll do anything you want me to. Tell me it's so flirty when I'm talking to you this dirty. Always say you want me when you text and when you call me. Touching on your body, I want it. Running through my teeth while I'm crawling on my knees. Begging, saying please, I want it. I'm so dirty. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me good. Make me feel so naughty when I feel that sweat up on your body. Dirty for you. I'll do anything you want me to. Tell me it's just flirting when you're talking to me this dirty. Hands on my waist, baby, let's go. I'm feeling dirty and I hope you know. Come pick me up, take me out and let's go. I want it, I want it. I'm so dirty. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me good. Make me feel so naughty when I feel that sweat up on your body. Dirty for you. I'll do anything that you want me to. Tell me it's so flirty when I'm talking to you this dirty. Whisper in my ear all the things I wanna hear.
That was amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I definitely know what I'll be listening to for the rest of the day. So. I've heard a rumor that you just started offering to write personal songs for people. Can you tell us a little more about that?
I definitely can. So it started actually here in Charleston on the radio. I would go on and write what's called like a 7-minute love song. Somebody would call into the radio station, give me a story, and I'd have 7 minutes to write a song and play it live on air. Well, it kind of took off and now it's on like syndicated top 40 radio. I've done like 11 songs on there in the last month. I've probably written in the last year, I'd say maybe 150 songs for people. Wow. So you just basically, someone sends me anything. I can write a song about loving someone. I can write a song about being friends with someone, sitting on the couch and eating potato chips. Like you name it, I can write it. But yeah, I've been offering them for $50 a piece. People just email me at ryanlillmusic@yahoo.com. And I'm on all social media platforms under Ryan Lill Music, and it's all over the place right now.
That's so cool. I think you'll be hearing from us because I think we want a Creative Mornings song. So.
I would literally love that. On the house for you guys.
Oh no, we'll pay. Don't worry. All right. Well, thank you so much, Ryan. That was amazing.
Thank
And
you.
we encourage you all to follow Ryan on all social media because he's pretty great. And I'll pass it back to the team.
We're so excited to feature our speaker today. I've been following her on social media for quite some time, and she's just such a positive force. And we're so honored that she's gracing us with her presence today. So Andrea Davis created Motherland Essentials, and she just got her first brick and mortar about a year and a half ago, I want to say. Correct me if I'm wrong.
We will be here a year in August.
Oh, yay. Yay. And she did a Kickstarter campaign and all this great stuff. And what I love about her is that she wants everyone to have access to safe, organic, natural products at a reasonable price. Because as we all know, it becomes costly when you look at those labels and you're trying to buy the best thing for your skin. And you can't always afford it. And I love what she is doing. And she's going to tell us all about her story. I have to stop my screen share. Okay. And now we're going to do a little transition, and then she's going to take the stage.
Unmute me. Hi. Hello, everybody. Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are doing well on this amazing morning. It's actually nice today, and my coffee done kicked in, so I can actually have a good conversation now. I am Andrea, and before I get started, I want to, give honor and thanks to my ancestors for giving me the wisdom that I'm going to share with you guys. And I want to thank y'all again for showing up this early because I'm not a morning person, but y'all are. So thank you. I am Andrea Davis, as Christy said. I am a business owner. I own Motherland Essentials, which is a plant-based small batch bath, body, and self-care company. So what we do here is we create small batch products that elevate your bath and shower and your self-care practice. And we try and do that at a price point that is accessible for many people in our community, as many people in our community as possible. I am also, on top of making the decisions in my business, I am also a mother, which means I tell 2 boys what to do and remind them to bathe and all that stuff often. I am a wife. I've been married for about 13 years, which means that I'm also telling him what to do. And most importantly, I am a woman, which is why I'm most excited about talking about this topic today. So just to touch on what we kind of do and what our mission is, we really, again, like to bring a creativeness to the natural skincare kind of thing. And we want to make sure that you're getting soaps that are exciting, that have personality, but you're also getting something that is good for your body, because a lot of the times we're more concerned with what's going into our body and we're not so concerned about what's going onto our body, which is also important because our skin is the largest organ in our body. So it's just as important to take care of that as well. So with matriarchy, we could go a million different directions with this based off of the definition alone. But what I want to talk about is just my personal journey and how the decisions of women have affected me, and the decisions that I make as a woman, how they affect me. So does anybody recognize these women here? How about now? These are the Dahomey Amazons, which were a all-women army in the Western African kingdom of Dahomey. And the decisions that they made in battle every single day affected their entire nation. They're responsible for guarding the king and making sure everyone was safe. And so I don't know if I have any lineage to these amazing women, but I do know that I have lineage to this one. These are my great grandparents. So this is Wayne and Marguerite Chapman, and together they raised 5 children, and they started and owned multiple businesses in Owensboro, Kentucky during the 1940s and 50s. And Owensboro at the time was the 6th largest city in the state of Kentucky. And it was really during a time of great racial tension. So it was very uncommon during that time for Black people to not only just own businesses in Owensboro, but have thriving businesses. And Marguerite, her role was really unique in that she helped to manage like the general store, and she helped to raise her children in that store and really gave them the groundwork to understanding the gravity of how important hard work is and how important it is to have pride in the work that you do and pride in who you are as a person and your ancestry. And she also made it a very important point to make sure that the decisions that you make, they affect your future. She wanted to drive that point home with her children. You're laying the foundation for generations after you. So everything that she did with her children, as far as raising them in the store and getting them, used to like working and making decisions, making business decisions at young ages, it really set the groundwork for future generations to come, like me. So this is me, and really one of the most difficult points in my life, and really the reason why Motherland Essentials started today. Women make the difficult decisions. So in 2014, I actually started out in banking. I was a full-time banker. I had just received promotions. I moved up here from Beaufort, South Carolina, after my husband got out of the military. So we were just like, go, 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 go. And then during this time when I was working, I actually was pregnant with our second son, Elijah. And unfortunately, 20 weeks into my pregnancy, I lost Elijah to basically what's called an incompetent cervix, when your body just goes into labor prematurely. So there was really nothing that could be done about it. But what was devastating, in addition to losing my child, was how it was handled. In the state of South Carolina, you're only allowed 3 days of bereavement when you lose an immediate family member. And according to like FMLA here in South Carolina, maternity leave is only covered like through your FMLA. So the only way I would have gotten the 12 weeks that you get with FMLA is if he would have been alive, and I would have gotten to bond it with him. That would have been the time to bond with him. But because I lost him, I only got 3 days of paid leave to basically grieve the loss of my son. And anybody knows that if you lose anybody, especially a child, 3 days is nothing. 3 days is enough to kind of process it. And not even really process it, but just know that when you're leaving a hospital, you're not leaving with a baby. I had to go right back to work because of the financial pressure that I was under, to say, hey, if I don't return to work, I'm going to lose my job, or I'm not going to have this income. And so I went back to work after 3 days. Immediately, I knew I was depressed. It was immediate. I sat down at my desk. My coworkers had flowers for me because, they'd heard about it and they were just trying to be nice. And the first client I get was, oh, is it your birthday? And so you're having to just relive that moment over and over and over, and having to explain like, no, it's not my birthday. So after the first few days, I just realized like, is this what I want to do? I had a choice to make in that moment. Do I risk my financial security in order to take care of myself and be whole and concentrate on my self-care? Or do I stay depressed and stay miserable just for the sake of having a paycheck and having that security? And that was a big decision because I still had a son at home. My oldest son, who will be 13 this year, I still had him, and I still had to be his mother. I still had to, come home, be a wife, and I still had to just live with myself. And I had family to support. So do I give all of that up in order to find some happiness within myself, or do I just keep toughing this out? And I'm thankful that I made the decision that I made to just leave that situation. And I also want to recognize and acknowledge that I had the support to do that. And a lot of people don't, which is a huge, huge flaw in our system today, especially when it comes to women's issues and dealing with the problems that women have with maternity and how loss is handled. There's really no support. There's no support in the workplace. And so I made the decision to support myself and to share that journey with other people. So women are community builders. We build communities. When I decided to leave my business, the first thing that I did was I decided that, I don't know that I'm going to be able to afford therapy. I don't know that I can financially afford that. So I'm going to try and find a creative way to help myself and deal with my problem in a way that is healthy and helpful to other people in some kind of way. The most basic way is washing yourself. It's something that you don't even think about doing every single day. Just creating a product that is a tangible product that you made is something that's powerful. It's transformative, really. So in deciding on focus on my well-being, I decided to share that journey on Instagram, and we've built a community of over 10,000 people on that platform. And I just wanted to show people a way that they can heal their traumas and sort of self-therapize if they didn't have the means or resources to care for themselves in a healthy way. You can do something as simple as go on YouTube, because there's no soap making school that you go to. I went on YouTube and practiced and read and made the ugliest soaps you will ever see in your life. But but I kept going. I tried to do something different and step out of my comfort zone. And in doing that and showing my failures and showing my successes, it made it easier for people to have the conversation about loss. It made people have the conversation about, I was depressed and then I tried, basket weaving, or I did try soap making, and that helped me feel better. Just something as simple as that is a really powerful thing. And we've gotten so much support that, people wanted to support my business, because it didn't start out as a business. It just started out as a way to deal with my trauma. And once I made it to where, like, okay, you all have access to this product, people were supportive and continue to support us to this day. So that's also important, just to know that we are constantly building communities, and not just communities that are in like our industries, focusing on industries outside of like the bath and beauty industry. People support us from all over. So that's been a blessing too, and largely women. So in starting my business and showcasing my my talent, my skill in soap making, I also became a teacher. Women are teachers. So women, we're constantly teaching. So in essence, we're constantly learning. We're able to take that knowledge and instill it and share it with other people. And that knowledge then gets passed on to other people. So we're constantly making this world better by what we teach, by simply existing and being willing to share that information with other people. And alternatively, I'm also showing that, I can lean on my community of women. A lot of Black women have helped me specifically in, understanding like my marketing strategies or any business tips I'm needing, or just entrepreneurs. Like, we can only kind of talk to entrepreneurs about some of the unique problems that we're having. I can't tell you how many times I've called on a Black woman and been like, hey, what's going on with these emails? Like, this is not, you know, just having that community, having those people to lean on has been absolutely amazing for me. And has helped me to be a better teacher and be a better student. So women are teachers. And then here's my team. It is absolutely understood that I am the boss lady. I make the decisions. I make, you know, the decisions that we make here ultimately are mine, and what we go with, we go with. But in knowing that, and knowing that I have that power, I also believe in the value of collective thinking. It's not just enough to just say, hey, I'm the business owner and I'm going to make all the decisions and y'all just going to go with it. You have to rely on collective thinking in order to see different points of views. And we have been connectors in a sense. Women are connectors in a sense that we're able to bring together all walks of life in order to achieve a common goal. So, for example, on our team, we have musicians, we have artists, we have writers, we have directors, poets, and it's just 4 of us. You know, we have so many different skills and we're multifaceted. We have so many different interests and so many different life experiences, and the way that we see the world is completely different from, you know, from maybe what I see. But in experiencing those different points of views and listening to other people, it really helps me to make better business decisions, because I can say, okay, well, I didn't think about it that way. Or maybe we not do it that way, maybe we can do it this way. And that has really helped us to reach a common goal. We all have the common goal in mind, and that is to serve our community and give our community the very best in natural products that we possibly can. And even though we may go about that a different way, we may have a different mindset in how we achieve that goal, our mission is the same. And that's what makes women connectors. We're able to see something different in every person and take those skills and allow people to use their skills and shine and make our whole situation better. So I'm really thankful for my team for just being that sounding board for me, or just making those decisions and challenging me when things don't sound right. And that's important as a woman, as a leader in this company. And of course, that's my mommy. The American experience here, like, it's really not centric on the voices of women. There are a lot of decisions that are made on behalf of women that are not beneficial to us. They're not helpful for us, but yet we still manage to just kind of work and support each other and make the women before us proud and the women around us better. And so, like, I look at one example of strength is my mother. She was a domestic violence survivor. She made sure that no matter what, we were always protected, that we were always safe, that we were always happy, and we were always free thinking. My mother was really a huge reason why I started Motherland Essentials, because she always drove home the point that I could do whatever it is that I want to do. And I can be whatever, and I don't have to look around me for examples of what I could be. I could just find a thing and be like, I'm going to do that and do it. And my mother made it okay to fail. And that is the biggest and best thing you can do, is fail a lot of times, because you don't know what you do. And I think fear is a huge paralyzing thing for people. You don't want to start a thing because you don't want to fail at it. And my mother really gave me the strength to, you know, fail, because she made a lot of mistakes in her lives in choosing some of the partners that she chose. But she also made sure to acknowledge that she made those choices, and she was a better person for stepping away from those situations and doing what she had to do in order to heal herself. She showed me that it's okay to focus on yourself and heal too. Even though I am a mother, my identity is not wrapped up in my children. My identity is not wrapped up in who I'm married to. It's ultimately, it's about who I am and what kind of person that I want to be, and so that I can be a better person for myself and be a better person for this world. So my mommy, love her, is an amazing example of that strength and support, and I am forever grateful for her. And it's also taught me that even though my identity is not wrapped up in my kids or my husband, they're still an extremely important part of my life. They are looking up to me as examples of maybe partners that they may have in their future, or they just are just looking to me for support, or just seeing, like, just having the warehouse space, for example, is a tangible, you can go in here and see, oh, look, mommy did this. You know, there's no soap makers around that are really, you know, like there wasn't an example of a soap maker that I could go to, but this is an example for them that say, hey, if you want to do something, you can do whatever it is that you want to do. And I'm instilling that same strength and that same confidence and fear. So, yeah, matriarchy. It is absolutely important for women to have voices and to really be the leading voices, because amazing things happen when you listen to women and you let women drive the bus and just do the things, right? So yes, I hope you guys are willing to stay connected to me. I'm on Instagram at Motherland Essentials. I'm barely on Twitter because I don't know what I'm doing. There's my email is there. And then I also, please feel free to support us and purchase products. And yes, keep us in mind when you are looking for skincare things. Thank you guys.
Oh my gosh, Andrea, thank you so much. That was amazing. Just a reminder, everyone, if you have any questions, put them in the chat real quick. And I had a couple that I wanted to ask. You know, I just, first of all, I think it's amazing, and that you're continuing sort of that powerful woman role, and you're teaching that to your sons too. I think that's super important that that you're modeling that for the next generation of boys too. But one of the questions I had was, what was the transition like for you personally? And you talked a little bit about it, but sort of moving from a corporate role into a role where it was you, like you were the boss and you were the entrepreneur.
It's scary. It's still scary because you don't have, like, if something goes wrong, you can't blame a manager, you can't blame anybody or anything. It's every decision, everything. Even if things are not your fault, it's your fault. So navigating that it's still tricky. It's still tough. Years later, we officially started our business in 2017, and here we are years later. It's still tricky to navigate, but it's something that when you have support and you can lean on other seasoned business owners, you don't have to make those same mistakes either. So yeah.
And you talked a lot about the sort of intrinsic motivation that your mom instilled in you. Was that something that y'all actively discussed, or was it just something that you saw in her and that you learned from just by watching her?
I am very much an observer. So I focus more on people's actions than what they say to me anyway. So it was absolutely about what she was doing. Because I think people can kind of say whatever, and in their mind, it's kind of like an affirmation kind of thing. You can say whatever, but the actions are what really make it what it is. So I really just learned from her doing.
Yeah. And then a question came in from the chat. How did you find the peers and mentors that you leaned on?
I actually just Instagram. I've met so many people that I haven't actually met, and just alternatively putting myself out there and doing markets. So one of my mentors is Pamela Booker, who owns Coils by Nature. she's been an amazing, amazing mentor to me. And I've actually kind of met her a couple of times. Like I've done events and I've seen her and I was like, wow, she's pretty. Let me say hi. But I've never really like approached her in a way that was like, hey, I'd like you to mentor me. It was all really organic. I invested in, she used to do like one-on-one strategy kind of sessions. And I paid for her time. If she had a price, I was paying it. And then it eventually went to a situation where she saw that I was serious about wanting to do things a certain way in my business. So she was like, I'll just mentor you, and I would say, like, if you're looking for mentorship, if you're looking for business advice and stuff, don't be afraid to invest in that knowledge, because those people, you can spend $200 on their knowledge and not make $2,000 mistakes.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's a difficult concept when you're first starting out too, because you're not sure, obviously you're on a tight budget and all that sort of thing, but it sounds like it's definitely worth it in the long run. Does anyone else have any questions? All right. Well, I think that's it for now. Oh, okay. Oh, Nicole has a question. Okay. Tell us about the warehouse.
So we're growing out of it, but it's amazing. We're located here in Summerville, South Carolina. Originally we were going to have like shopping days in the front, and but I think we're going to kind of reconfigure the space to have it better serve the community. So we're in a weird space with that in the front, but in the back, we also, we just make things here. We make a lot of stuff. It's hot right now, so we try and take our water breaks. And this is kind of the first real summer that we're into. So we're really learning about how things are reacting chemically, because soap making is all about, it looks pretty, but it's chemistry. So if temperatures aren't right, if, something is off in measurements, we've been going through it with the soap. Like we've been trying to not have the accelerating things. I only show y'all the pretty soaps right now, but because I'm so sad to show y'all like the clumpy, crazy mess that's been happening. But yeah, it's been great experience being here though. It's been an amazing achievement and I can't wait to get in a bigger space.
And then Chrissy asked, we know that you do pop-ups, so where can we see you next?
We are actually going to be going to Asheville next month for a yoga festival, the Love Shine Play Festival. And that is going to be July, I want to say 22nd to the 25th. So we'll be in Asheville. Right now we don't have too many scheduled just because outside is opening up, but we want to make sure that we are being safe and not doing too many pop-ups. So, but we are doing a lot of like soap making classes. Like our class next Saturday is sold out right now. So it's going to be our first soap making class in this new space. And we definitely plan on doing more like soap making, like with cold process, which is like in the picture, what you see there. We'll do some melt and pour, which is really good for beginners and kids. I used to actually teach a kids camp in Beaufort. It was called E equals MC squared. It was a lot of fun. So I'm hoping we can do something like that again, like with bath bomb making. So we're just, right now we're just going to Asheville and then we'll see.
That's so fun with the soap making classes. And then one more question. How did you find team members who believed in your vision? Because obviously that's important.
It's so weird. Everybody actually found me. Like, I really have to give so much props to Asia. Asia May is a poet. She's a writer. She's an artist. And she actually came to me, was it like last year? And like in the beginning, she used to do like my markets for me when I didn't feel like doing them, or if I had like a lot of production to do in my garage and I couldn't do markets. She was like, I'll do your markets. I'll do some markets for you because I'm bored and I'm in the house. And she kind of forced me to accept the help because the Aquarius in me wants to do everything by myself. And she was just like, no, I'm going to help you and you're going to accept the help. And so it just started really with her wanting to help, and she stuck around. And then we got an order for 17,300 soaps in last August. So that was a lot of work. So she found some people who had a couple people have been laid off from their jobs in food and bev and just needed some work, So I was like, yeah, come and work. And they've been here ever since. So I'm really thankful for them because they don't have to still be here, but they are. And they're here because they want to be here. So that really, they all found me. I didn't find anyone. So I've gotten lucky.
That's so much lovely serendipity. I like it. And then another question in the chat, if someone has a shop and wants to sell your products, how would they do that? This person encountered your products at Hager Plant Shop, and so always wanted to know.
Oh, yay. So we're listed on Fair for our wholesale. And we have a link on our website. So if you go to our website, there's a wholesale link that you can click right there, and it shows all of our products. And we're going to kind of move into doing some private label work. We just got done doing some for a vineyard in Maryland, which was a lot of fun because I got to make my wine soap bars, which I haven't done in a long time. So yeah, if you are a store owner and you are looking to wholesale our products, please click that link on our website. It's the wholesale website. And we're on Fair for right now. That kind of helps us stay organized in that sense.
Awesome. I think that's all the questions, unless anyone has any more. But I just wanted to say thank you so much again for talking with us. It was amazing and inspiring and a wonderful way to start a Friday morning.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. And we just have a few more slides to go through. Andrea, we're all texting right now saying that we're coming to do a soap making class with you, our team. So we're definitely going to make that happen. And also, guys, if you want, I know I mentioned how there are global talks that are on the website. There are also field trips. And we used to do in-person field trips and now virtual ones. So you can tune into any chapter's field trips. And an example would be they would go and make soap, and you could learn how to do that at home, or calligraphy, or a yoga class, things like that. So maybe we'll partner with Motherland Essentials in the future for one of these soap making classes and maybe broadcast it globally. And then
it's so fun.
So if you have an upcoming event, if you have a new business, if you have something happening that you want to pitch to our audience, please email us because we can feature you on one of our Zoom talks or on our Instagram. And be sure to follow us on Instagram, and we'll see you next time. We'll have a Instagram live takeover next month, so stay tuned on our social channels. And thank you again, everyone, for tuning in today. I had so many emotions. I was happy, I was crying. It was just a beautiful talk, and I loved every minute of it. So thank you all, and have a wonderful Friday and a safe weekend. Bye-bye.